5 laps to go. Darrell, pull them belts one more time for me, buddy. Pull them tight.
It kind of reminds me of that Elvis song, Caught in a Trap.
Jeff Green with a mirror full of Jimmy Spencer.
Hey, he's going.
Green flag, green flag, green flag, green flag.
He got a little jump there.
5 to go. And he's going to need it.
Yes, he is, because Spencer's going to be all over him.
Boy, Spencer got a good run off turn 2. These 5 laps, they'll go by in a hurry. Just a little over a minute.
4 to go. Todd Bodine gets under Scott Riggs.
He did. He just gave him a little shove. Kind of like what Biffle did to Harvick, but Riggs was able to hang on.
Spencer a little loose there. Here they come for 3 to go.
Looks like Green's tires are starting to kind of come to him.
McLaughlin looking under Wimmer for 3rd. Not that time.
Both cars look pretty even.
Time to go, Darrell. 2 laps to go.
And I don't think they're going to get any lap traffic. So this speed should be clean laps.
This is when you drive just like you're qualifying. You give it all you got. Here we go.
Wreck in turn 2. The 38 goes around.
Mark Green.
Now,
white flag.
That flag. They got to run to the checker. This is it. The white's out. Here they come. Spencer underneath Jeff Green. It's a drag race.
All kinds of lap traffic back there.
Here comes the 18 car up on the outside. Spencer's going to come back down
on the apron.
Oh, he shouldn't have done that.
No, he gave up 2 or 3 positions and turns Jack Sprague hard into the inside wall.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Jeff Green wins it. And on the last lap, we set a record for the number of cautions.
I tell you what we got to worry about. That 14 car hit Mark Green right in the driver's door.
Larry Foyt involved with Green at turn 2. Jimmy Spencer off 4 was looking for racing room. Sprague was there.
Hey, great job, guys. I'm up here to celebrate.
Spencer went to the apron. Then came off turn 4 into the back of Sprague.
I think he may get stuck right there, Larry.
All right, Mark Green's moving around in that car. You see even the roof is dented in.
Yeah, you can see that left side took a hard lick.
His younger brother will go to victory lane. Now, let's see the wreck first. Watch 38 Mark Green and Kevin Grubb.
Green just got to get under him, and there wasn't enough room. Now he starts down the track. Then coming to the green, or coming to the checker. That's right in the driver's door.
Say hit so hard even bent the roof.
Now here, let's look at the last lap once again, because once that caution, when the white flag waves, you got to race back to the flag.
They're both on the flat because there's red cars up there. Split the lap car. Now Spencer's probably picked up a lot of trash on his tires. He's going to try him one more time down there on the apron. Probably shouldn't have done that. Jack Sprague's in the way. Round Sprague goes.
And he actually lost 2 positions because Scott Wimmer even got by him as well for 3rd.
Now Sprague, after that wreck, is out of his car, and he is running toward Jimmy Spencer's car. As are now a bunch of NASCAR officials running to intercept him. I think, as you said it, Spencer was coming, and Sprague, the lap car, was in his way.
Here we go.
And this is Kevin Harvick going after Greg Biffle. Well, that's a shame, but you have seen how fenders and tempers can fly here at Bristol.
Just let it go.
Jeff Green has won, and he is probably the only happy driver in the whole place.
Hey, Bristol always does that. I've always said, when you come in the front stretch out there in the gate, you better leave your feelings outside.
Wants to talk to you, okay?
He's in victory. Ain't nobody in victory circle. He's by himself. Ain't nobody there to greet him.
It's Jeff Green's first win here after 4 second-place finishes. His 15th career win in the Busch Series. He's the 30th different driver in 40 races to win here. Matt?
And after 18 tries, Jeff Green finally wins one here in Thunder Valley. This is big for you, isn't it?
Congratulations.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, it is big.
Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Will. Sorry. I tell you what, I've had too many seconds here. Seconds great, but to win one is awesome. That's what we're here for. We got these 31 guys here today pitted, and we just had some trouble in the pits all year, and they fixed it. So I know my Rockwell guys would do it too. But second, you know, winning a Bristol's like winning a Darlington. Anywhere you go, and hopefully we can do that tomorrow in AOL car too. That beer's cold too.
A big win here for Jeff Green, and he said, boys will be boys, and this is a great win for me today. Dick?
Times for Greg Biffle, your side of what happened out there.
Well, you know, I moved up and let Kevin go there about 4 laps before that because I was getting really loose, and we had a couple cautions, and then Kevin's handle went off his car, and he was getting really loose, and you know, I was back on him there, and he just got loose up off, and he had to check out of the throttle. He knows he did, and I bumped him a little bit, and you saw these guys spinning by themselves. It's so slick around here, and it's just Bristol. That's just racing, you know. I know there'll be some fans mad at me for doing it, but I mean, I didn't do it on purpose. That's just racing at Bristol, hard short track racing. But you know, the guys did a great job, gave me a good car all day. I screwed up, qualified 18th, and we come back up here to get a top 5. It's just a great run for us. I just feel bad. I'd never been Kevin out on purpose. I was on the receiving end at Richmond when it was just a racing deal, and it's just a racing deal here, you know. And I feel bad, but that's just racing.
And that's both sides of the story. To Steve Burns.
Thanks, Dick. We caught up with Jimmy Spencer. Jimmy, tell us about the last laps here.
Oh, man. Can you believe the race? I mean, that's what people come to Bristol for. That's what Fox is doing here. We just had a really good car, and we needed long runs. Lap cars are terrible today. I mean, absolutely pitiful. And that cost us a race. But, you know, Jeff Green had a really good race car. And on the restart there, I knew that I was in trouble because my car was too tight on restarts. And, you know, right there, heck, I ended up losing third all the way back to fourth, you know, because there was an accident. I got down there low and then tried to get by a couple lap cars there. Everybody slowed down. They forgot about racing back and cost me two more positions. But, yeah, I don't care where I finish if you don't win. Don't give a damn. It's a shame to say that, but we had a really good car. But I love this racetrack, and I was close, but I was only close enough to get probably second, and I ended up fourth, but not paying attention probably.
Good luck tomorrow, Jimmy. Let's go back upstairs.
Jimmy Spencer gave it his all, and James Finch, just to see him end up fourth trying for the win, then settle for second. Now, we had talked to Kevin Harvick as he was waiting for Greg Biffle when Biffle climbed out of his car.
Here he comes. He leaped over the barriers there and made his presence felt.
And now he and his crew chief and his owner will make a visit to the big blue truck and meet with the NASCAR Busch Series officials. Dick Bergman.
With Magic Shoes, Mike McLaughlin. Hey, you came out of that pretty well, a second-place finish.
That's unusual for me. Usually we get caught up in those deals, but you know, I'll tell you, I owe that one to Curtis Markham. He made the call, track clear, go high.
Curtis Markham is his spotter.
Curtis, my spotter, and he did an awesome job out there today. I mean, this is survival. You know, we thought we had a top 5 car, just getting through all the mishaps. Just happy for everybody with MB&A and Joe Gibbs Racing. I tell you, we get a lot of help from the Cup shop, the engine shop, doing some good work under the hood. We can't thank them enough, everybody.
Driver did a good job today, too.
We did our best.
Mike?
McLaughlin rewarded with a second-place finish. A lot of positions changed on that last lap. Wimmer third, Spencer fell to fourth, Biffle fifth, Kenny Wallace, Randy LaJoy, Todd Bodine, Scott Riggs the pole sitter, and Shane Meal.
And Butch Hilton, Jeff Green's crew chief, made the move from car chief from Bobby Labonte's Winston Cup team to come be the crew chief on this Busch team and gets his first win as a crew chief.
Look back through the top 20 and these cars who were laps down at the finish.
It's going to hurt. Jason Keller came in here leading the points, barely ends up 29th after being involved in that wreck early.
And most of these cars were in the garage when it ended.
Johnny Sauter in the 2 car. He dodged a bunch of bullets, just couldn't dodge that final bullet.
Well, I tell you, he must have been in 5 wrecks.
Update on Mark Green. He is still in the car, but he is awake, alert, and talking to the rescue workers. Remember, he was hit hard in the driver's door.
And what you see laying on the roof, that's his Hans device that he wears, head and neck restraint device.
Let's catch up with the third-place finisher. Here's Steve.
Mike, that's Scott Wimmer. Scott, tell us about a wild day here at Bristol.
Yeah, typical day, actually. Came back from a spin midway through there, and I handed it to my guys. They put a great car under me, and we've been struggling the last 3 or 4 weeks here, but we'll get it turned back around. Food City was nice to come on today, and that really helped us out a lot.
Does this help your confidence?
Yeah, a lot. You know, I would never get down on myself. It just, you know, the team gets down and everybody. It's hard to get that morale built back up, but third place at Bristol will do that quick.
Good job, Scott.
Thank you.
That ties Wimmer's career best. Third place finish. He got a third at Nashville in April 1 year ago. Kevin Harvick is waiting for his consultation there at the big blue truck. Matt?
Well, first off, Kevin, what's your side of the story?
It's pretty apparent what my side of the story is. I got one firewall deep out there, but, you know.
I'm at the post-race conversation you had.
You know, I let Greg Biffle get away with some stuff earlier last year, and, you know, he comes and just rams me in the ass, pretty much puts us in the fence and ruins a brand new race car. There is no way I'm leaving this racetrack without telling somebody that just intentionally put me into the fence or tried to knock me out of the way how I feel. And they don't like it, but that's Greg Biffle for you.
Well, Biffle said that he had to lift.
Biffle's an idiot. That's pretty much enough. That's all you got to say.
And that's the story from Kevin Harvick's viewpoint, Mike.
Darrell, it's hard to keep your temper in check here when you run in these close quarters at these speeds at this place.
Well, you got to realize it's his favorite car. Now that may not mean a thing to anybody at home, but he's just got his favorite car. He's got the wheel shoved up under the dashboard, and he feels like it wasn't necessary, and so that creates it. It makes it even worse. Yep. So I understand, but got to have some restraint, boys.
Well, folks, if you love this, we have 500 laps of it for you tomorrow.
Oh boy! As the wheel turns.
Chris Myers.
All right, thanks, guys. With Jeff Hammond of the Hollywood Hotel, let's check out the points so far through the Busch Series. Greg Biffle, worth fighting for every spot, literally.
Exactly.
Ahead of Jeff Green, you see Kenny Wallace, a guy who's been on the Winston Cup Series, and Jack Sprague, who had a little tilt himself with Jimmy Spencer.
Again, it's just what brings out people out in Bristol. I mean, it's just one of those deals. When you short track race, you push everybody to the limit. And I think you saw what the limit was here today. There was a lot of drivers who normally have got a lot of composure. They lost it.
Couple of points. Jeff Green, again, his first win here in 18 tries. No driver has ever swept the Busch Series and then gone on to win the Winston Cup race same weekend here in Bristol. And Jeff Green starts 24th tomorrow. His older brother, Mark Green, as we mentioned before, he is talking to his crew, appears to be okay, was still in his car. But, I mean, let's ring the bell for another. You know, they talk about celebrity boxing on Fox. I mean, we might have a celebrity Busch bashing here. And, you know, what cracked me up here was that both Harvick and Biffle were smiling after their incident, and Harvick going over the car to try and get Biffle afterwards.
You got that all wrong. You ever seen two dogs when they get facing each other? They growl at each other. That's what they were doing. They were showing their teeth to try to show who was bigger and badder. But I'm sure NASCAR is going to jump in the middle of this here and slow it down really quick.
And again, in your opinion, you thought that Biffle was not, he said it wasn't intentional. It didn't look that way to you.
It just looked like that to me. The one thing I want to talk about here right now,
that's Mark Green, by the way.
There's a good possibility with all the padding around the legs that there's a good possibility he may have his knee or his foot kind of pinned up in there where he can't get it out. Now, it doesn't mean he's hurt, but it may be he just kind of pinned himself in because all the safety padding in that area is very tight, and that's what I believe they're doing. Is they're just trying to get to where he can slide out of the car a little easier. Everything's so tight in there.
And that's what we're hearing on the radio. So it's a matter of just getting him out there safely to make sure that
and get him out so they don't have a problem.
A wild finish to a wild race. It was crazy going nuts. And coming up next, I know a couple of drivers that could use a timeout or an hour of happiness. They do call it happy hour here, and it was like Demolition Derby or Battle Bots or the Tough Man competition. A record-tying 14 caution flags as Jeff Green, after 4 second-place finishes here, never won in 17 tries until today. It was a full moon with all the activity that we saw, and what looked like a happy beginning under sunny, cool skies. It was a crazy finish, and that's it for here for our entire race crew. Thanks for watching NASCAR and FX. Stay tuned for Winston Cup Happy Hour. See you tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern on the Food City 500 from Bristol, Tennessee. Thanks for watching.